course, since day one. And she joins us now by phone from Washington. Greta, you know, what goes through your mind when you watch Joran Sloot, who had, sort of tried to slink away into obscurity, now accused of this crime?
You know, Martha, the thing that's most disturbing of all is the investigation. From day one, the Aruban authorities completely blew every opportunity they had as to clues because they didn't take it seriously, and they basically gave the family the runaround as the family desperately tried to get information about Natalie. And they so messed it up that eventually the clues were gone. So now fast forward to May 10th, and we got yesterday the complaint unsealed by the U.S. Attorney's Office, and on May 10th, the authorities, the FBI, and the Aruban authorities had him again, and they had enough information, you can tell just by the May 10th in that complaint, to arrest him. And for some reason, he wasn't arrested, and someone better do some explaining. One thing I know, and I've been working this case for 5 years, we've flown around the world to talk to him, we've chased down leads, we've been working on this case even though it hasn't been on the radar. We never gave up on working this story. And Joran Sloot had absolutely no money at all, and he was just he's just a gambler, and he's trying to scam everybody out of money. So on May 10th, he got some money, and what he did with that money, he committed a crime. The FBI could have picked him up and didn't. Instead, he took that money and he went to South America, and now look what's happened.
Well, you are talking about a window of time that could have made the difference in this young woman's life.
Right. You know, the FBI needs to explain this. Why did they wait? Maybe they have a good explanation, but in my wildest imagination, I can't think of a reason why they wouldn't have moved in on him.
Boy, you know, Greta, that's an explosive part of this story that you're sharing with us, because today everybody's hearing, oh, isn't it, you know, what a coincidence that these extortion charges came in simultaneously with this murder charge, and you got to believe that folks at the FBI who've been working on this are wondering if maybe their timing was fatal in this case.
You know, my guess is that they are extremely disappointed in themselves. Now, remember, Joran Sloot had been in Asia, and he flew home in April or March for the funeral for his father. He was hanging around Aruba. He didn't have a dime. He had no means of income. He's pretty much a social outcast in Aruba. He can't go into casinos, and he loves gambling. That's all he wants to do is gamble. Everything gambling money. And so now he hits the jackpot on May 10th and gets some money. Yeah. And so now he can get his ticket out of Aruba, and he can go do what he likes to do, which is gamble. And so he gets his money on May 10th. He's committed the crime per the complaint of the United States Attorney in the Northern District of Alabama. That's the FBI. That's the prosecution saying on May 10th he committed a crime. Yeah, and that's when you can make an arrest. The Aruban authorities knew what was going on as well. And instead, he gets financed for a trip, and now we know what happened.
Yeah, I mean, this is a huge part of this story, Greta. You know, and I can't help, we're looking at this picture of this poor young girl, Stephanie Flores, who also apparently, according to reports, liked gambling, met him, I guess, at a casino. There's video of them together at this casino, and you have to wonder, when he got into that taxi cab to head for the border, according to the reports, he paid $600 in cash. So he had money from somewhere, and you have to wonder whether or not this young woman had some cash that he wanted at that time, or how desperate he was. I mean, that whole part of this story is still to be laid out.
You know, Martha, the thing is, imagine being Beth Holloway. Your daughter's been murdered. Now you've been extorted out of money, hoping that now she can catch the guy and now get information as to where the body of her daughter is. And instead, what happens is that you know, the system has failed her again.
Yeah, I can't even imagine.
And worse. And this is the ugly part that no one wants to say, is that, you know, is that unknown to her, and I hold, you know, this is, you know, Beth is, you know, has no responsibilities, but unknown to her, that money would be taken, and this would happen.
It's tragic in every way, and the drama that is unfolding here, nobody could, you couldn't write if you tried to make it up. It's an awful story.
It's absolutely cruel to the Holloway family. Yeah. Absolutely cruel to the Holloway family and the family of this young girl.
It is. And Greta, thank you very much. I know you're going to stick with this, and I hope you'll share it with us as it unfolds, because you've brought to light a part of this story that the FBI is going to have to answer for, and that may have made him unable to commit this murder if indeed he did, which they